Those who believe in the usefulness of machine learning tell us that generative AI will make us efficient, emancipate us from tedious work, and unleash our creativity. AI tools can read a written description and turn it into an image. They can even generate realistic videos based on written input. Whether AI-generated videos are as realistic as photographs or videos depends on how we define realism. Also, the fascination with realism is rooted in the erroneous idea that realism is the holy grail of visual representation. We will deal with these topics another time. This short video discusses how the proponents of AI misunderstand efficiency in the context of creativity. Let's split the creative process into two broad phases for convenience: exploration and execution. Exploration is about sketching, exploring ideas, considering alternatives, and combining fragmentary ideas until we find a workable solution. When an artist or a designer sets out to create, the end product is usually ill-defined. For example, as designers begin to design a new car, they may not have a clear mental picture of the final product. They may have vague impressions of what the various parts, like the hood, windshield, and the fenders, might look like, but may not know how the components fit together. The designer produces and compares several sketches to better define the car concept. Until a clear winner emerges, they evenly distribute the available resources like attention and physical labor across the different ideas. Once the designer identifies the most effective concept, they allot more resources to develop the chosen design and set aside the rest. If the designer does not create multiple car concepts and instead approves the first idea they can imagine, they are likely to end up with a less attractive or less efficient car. Developing multiple sketches provides context within which the designer chooses and modifies the final solution. Making the right decisions is usually difficult without contextual information. Whether we paint, sculpt, or design a car, the same process manifests in different forms during exploration. A sketch for a painting looks different than a product design sketch, but their goal is the same: to explore and reflect before commencing the second stage, which is execution and refinement. Artists, designers, and engineers have long imagined what it would be like to speed up creative exploration. When machine learning was still in its infancy, computer scientists and designers devised an approach to exploration called evolutionary design. The idea behind evolutionary design was familiar and straightforward. You take two concepts and generate their offspring, which inherit specific features from their parents. If a BMW and Toyota had babies, some would have the BMW's fender and Toyota's wheels. Others may show a different mixture of their parents. After all, creativity is about integrating diverse elements into a cohesive concept. Once the offspring or alternative concepts are generated algorithmically, all that a designer needs to do is choose one of the concepts for refinement. Generative AI is another attempt to speed up the creative process by bypassing human involvement in exploring ideas. The creative process is a slow and deliberate act that aids the growth of the creator. Writing a novel or making a film is a long and laborious process, but it also transforms the writer or filmmaker. It encourages self-reflection and self-awareness. Producing a tangible artifact and gaining self-awareness constitute a feedback loop in creative exploration. Designers or artists externalize their thinking via sketches. They modify their thinking if necessary after seeing the sketches and externalize the modifications through a new set of sketches. They make, think about what they make, and then remake if necessary. Eliminating this crucial stage in creative exploration in the name of efficiency undermines the creative process and impedes personal growth. The idea that AI aids creativity is founded on a flawed understanding of the creative process. Generative AI, as applied to creative exploration, represents a way of thinking that devalues human labor, creativity, and personal growth. It elevates the end product over the process. It valorizes shortcuts and cheapens reflective thinking. So, it's time we celebrate the slowness of the creative process instead of sacrificing it at the altar of efficiency.